So, are you looking to buy a new construction home in Southern California, or maybe just curious about that opportunity? Well, one of your first questions is probably which are the best or the worst home builders? Which home builder should I choose, and what should I be watching out for? So, I'm Steve Enchin, your Southern California new construction home expert. And since I live and breathe new construction homes and know all the builders, and am specially certified to represent home buyers and help them negotiate with home builders, I've worked with just about every single home builder there is in our region, and I know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm going to share my experiences and opinions with you today so you can know in advance which builder might be a good fit for your budget, your design taste, and your location. In this video, which is the first in a series of 3 videos that will talk about entry-level homes, starter homes, the nicer mid-market homes, and then we'll finish up with the luxury home builders. We're going to get started today with some of the builders that focus on the entry-level market, building more affordable homes, mostly in the Inland Empire. Now, first up, we're going to talk about D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton is one of the largest home builders in the United States and has a couple different product lines they offer to home buyers in Southern California. The standard D.R. Horton home, which includes standard features that you can upgrade to your taste at their design center, and their Express product, which is a faster built home with really more basic quality and features, with choices generally limited to the flooring color that you like and maybe the cabinet color. The Express homes are a faster and lower cost way to get into a brand new home without much decision making needed and at a more affordable entry level price. Quality is not going to be great here, but their focus is on the basics and getting homes built fast. But for first time home buyers on a budget, D.R. Horton Express is a good choice. Now, the standard D.R. Horton home is certainly not what I would call upscale, but offers a greater variety of floor plans and exterior designs, and more choices for you as a home buyer. D.R. Horton homes can be single-family detached or townhomes, depending on the community, and some communities include amenities like a park or even a pool. Now, some pros and cons about D.R. Horton. Well, it's a pretty solid home for a decent price, and aside from the Express product, the quality is generally okay. Again, these are not upscale homes. These are basic homes, but offer a good value with more flexibility, more design options, and somewhat better quality than, say, Lennar. Now, Lennar, well, no, I'm going to leave them for last. Next, let's talk about KB Homes. KB Homes are a very interesting product because they offer so many different options to home buyers. So you can buy a more basic home at a lower price, or go through an almost endless list of customizations for your home and end up with what is almost a fully custom home aside from the standard exterior design and floor plan. You can literally design everything from floors, even the height of the ceiling, and with that you'll be able to create the home of your dreams, or possibly a nightmare. Now, why would I say that? Well, if you overdo it, you could very well raise the price of your new home either past your budget, past your mortgage approval, or worse, the home won't appraise for its final sales price. And KB Homes won't want to hear about that. They will expect you to make up the difference in cash to satisfy the appraisal gap. Or you could lose your contract and your deposit with it. This is one of the reasons why home buyers like working together with me when they buy a new home, because I go to the design center with my home buyers and help them keep an eye on our mortgage approval budget and avoid appraisal gap risk by not going overboard on upgrades. Now, like D.R. Horton, KB Homes offers both single-family homes and townhomes depending on the location. While D.R. Horton tends to stay within the Inland Empire or way up in Antelope Valley to offer more affordable options, KB Homes will build in both Orange County and LA County as well as the Inland Empire. But one thing to watch out for: the quality of the build and the interior finishings will vary based on location and price point, which actually is a good thing. I've taken clients through KB Homes in Irvine in multi-million dollar communities like Orchard Hills and seen an amazing high quality luxury home. And I've taken clients through KB Homes in Menifee and Hemet and seen some, well, more basic, but still very nice homes. They also have some very nice townhome communities available in Orange County at a reasonable price. Now we have two more entry-level home builders before I get to pick on Lennar. First is Frontier Homes, which is a more local regional builder based here in Southern California. All of their communities are way up in the high desert in Victorville and Hesperia, and they build an excellent home for the price, mostly in the 400,000s. The homes have a nicer interior finish than a few of the other entry-level builders and are a great option for first-time home buyers who may work in the Riverside, San Bernardino area and don't mind driving up and down the hill between work and home in order to get a great home at a more affordable price. Next up is one of my favorite entry-level builders, Pacific Communities. Now, like Frontier, they're a local Southern California builder and they only build in our area, but their communities are now, well, a little further out. They're also up in the high desert. They're also in Antelope Valley and Simi Valley. Now, what I like about Pacific Communities are their exterior home designs. They're not really the cookie cutter tract home look. They have some decent character, nice floor plans. They have great materials in the homes. But if you're looking for a multi-gen home design, multi-generational, with a private apartment space for an in-law, maybe an older parent, or even a teenager, they are one of the only options, along with Lennar and D.R. Horton, to offer these unique floor plans. They may not be the most convenient location for some, but if you're willing to be a little flexible, you'll get a great home for a very good price, with far more value than you'll find in other areas closer to the LA Metro and Inland Empire. Now, with any home builder, even a luxury home builder like Toll Brothers, you're going to see reviews online, and many of these reviews may be negative and talk about bad quality and bad experiences. This is another reason why you want to consider working with a certified new home expert realtor like myself, who knows what to watch out for, how to mitigate quality issues, how to guide you through different financing options, and be there to insulate you from some of the frustrations home buyers may experience with home builders. And when you're buying a new home, you have to remember my services are at no cost to you. So now it's time to talk about Lennar, and there's a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack here. So no doubt that Lennar is one of the more popular home builders given the sheer volume of homes that they build. But as you can imagine, there are a lot of opinions and a lot of reviews available where people will talk about their experience with Lennar. So first, the good. Since I haven't found a whole lot to talk about the good, Lennar has more communities and homes to sell than most other builders. So it's generally very easy to find a Lennar community. Homes are priced at the lower end, generally in the budget category, certainly in the Inland Empire region, but they also have some fairly affordable homes in Orange County. Lennar advertises a concept called everything's included. But there's a problem. Most of the stuff they include, personally, I wouldn't want. I've been looking at Lennar model homes for over 7 years. At one point a long time ago, we actually considered buying a Lennar home, and the same sinks, countertops, and other inclusions that I saw 7 years ago with the same layout and design look like they're still in use today, at least in my observation. I don't think the quality is all that great given the price, and certainly all materials are truly builder grade, from flooring to counters to cabinets to really the actual construction materials and even the paint. And by the way, do you know how to tell if the paint in your home is cheap? It'll have a high chalk content. So when you touch it, it feels different than higher quality paint. It's rougher and less smooth. So this is one of the small tests that I do when I look at move-in ready homes, not the model homes, is to touch the paint, especially the flat paint. If it feels really chalky, then I know the materials are probably lower grade and cheap in the actual home that my client will receive versus what we saw in the model home. Now, the other problem with everything's included is the disconnect between what you might see in the model home and your actual production home. Many of the upgrades or design elements in the model home simply don't exist for production homes. I've been told in multiple Lennar communities that you can't order them for your own home. So the purpose of everything's included is not to make things convenient for you, but the purpose of everything's included is to make sure Lennar can buy the same material at scale, get product at a lower cost, and by limiting what you can do to the home, keep the construction materials and plans as close to a standard as possible, which saves them money and allows for faster construction schedules. In many Lennar communities, the only thing you can upgrade or select is the flooring. Some communities may allow a limited choice of backsplashes in the kitchen or maybe a different countertop option for the kitchen, but I personally have been told by Lennar sales reps that any upgrades you select are going to be price capped to limit how much you can increase the price of the home, as Lennar does not want appraisal gaps, which create risk. You'll cancel the contract because even if they keep your deposit, they may still lose money if they need to get your home sold quickly to someone else. Now, if you check online, you'll find a torrent of complaints about Lennar, and I have some of their feedback up on the screen now that I scraped from a number of online sources. And the next problem, in my own experience, Lennar can be very hostile towards real estate agents, particularly in the Inland Empire region. They really don't want our profession to be helping people buy one of their homes. Now remember, when you buy new construction homes, you're not only entitled to your own representation, and not only is that essential, but the home builder compensates the agent via a referral fee. So the services of your own representative are absolutely free to you. And no, this is not Texas. So here in California, home builders will most definitely not discount their prices if you tell them you're not using an agent. So you're just really hurting yourself by not having your own agent. But Lennar appears to not want you to be represented, which is why they treat our profession so badly. It's even on their website. They tell you you don't need an agent representing you. And there's probably a reason for this. Perhaps Lennar wants buyers who don't know too much, don't think too much, don't ask too many questions. They want someone who comes in, follows their instructions, and signs when and where their Lennar sales rep tells them to. Remember that in-house sales rep is not legally representing you. You're on your own. The rep is representing Lennar, the home seller, exclusively, and will not consider your best interests. Their job is to get that home sold fast for the highest possible price. And their attitude towards home buyers will be that if you don't want it on their terms, there's the door. Someone else is waiting to buy this home. Now, if you're about to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a brand new home, the most expensive purchase and asset that you'll probably ever own, don't you think you have a right to ask questions and get them answered accurately, and to be properly represented by your own advocate who is looking out for you? So that's one of the decisions you'll need to make before considering a Lennar home. Now, Lennar and Orange and LA counties can be a little better, and we've had better experiences in those areas, but the Inland Empire region continues to kind of be a sore spot for this. So the next problem is price. Lennar is kind of like the Southwest Airlines of home builders. They create kind of the illusion of being a low price builder, but in many cases, their homes are priced above competing products from other builders who may offer a similar home with better quality, more options, and a competitive price. So many folks just assume Southwest is the cheapest air ticket because it's hard to compare other options. And they don't realize that, hey, maybe Delta had the very same ticket for half the price. And the same can happen when buying a new home. So it's essential to comparison shop with different builders and communities before you make a decision. Finally, talking again about quality, Lennar is like KB Homes in that they will adjust the quality of fit and finishes based on the local market where the home is being built. So you'll find a better quality product in Orange County versus, say, Winchester. But when you put a Lennar home side by side with a different builder in the same master plan community, the prices may be somewhat similar, but to me, in my experience, the quality gaps are obvious. I was taking clients through an amazing gated community in Irvine, well, long since sold out now, but there were homes from Lennar and homes from Toll Brothers available. Looking at the standard home, there was a small gap in price between the two, with Lennar being a little cheaper, but when you looked at the quality of what was included in their homes and the quality of the build, it was really night and day compared with Toll Brothers. I told a client who was considering both options to think of these competing products as two cars selling for roughly the same price, except one is a Cadillac and one is a Chevrolet. So why would you spend the same money to buy the Chevrolet versus getting the Cadillac? It doesn't make sense. So of course, they bought the Toll Brothers home. Now, yes, the Lennar homes eventually sold out, but they were not my first choice or recommendation when Toll Brothers still had inventory for sale. It's no different in the Inland Empire. If you tell me your budget is $750,000 and there is a Lennar home for $750,000 and a Meritage or Century home for $750,000, I'm going to be taking you to Meritage and Century first. So, finally finishing up today's video, which talks about our more affordable entry-level market homes, we can discuss another local builder, R.C. Hobbs. This company's been around for about 40 years and only builds in Southern California. Their projects tend to be smaller with more limited community amenities, and their designs and materials tend to be more on the basic side, but visually compare well with some of the mid-market builders like Richmond American and Pulte Homes. One area of concern, especially given their size, is some complaints about post-sale service, specifically addressing concerns in construction quality and fit and finish, and getting those issues fixed. Some home buyers have complained about homes having many issues, and I've had one client with a, just so-so experience with this builder, especially where I was able to personally inspect and observe the home being built from the ground up. And there could be some room for quality improvement, but overall, again, a decent home at a more affordable price, and it's worth consideration. So that wraps up our video about the basic or entry-level starter home builders here in Southern California. I hope you found the information informative and helpful. And remember, if you're considering a new construction home, never visit this sales center unrepresented. Having a trusted, experienced advisor with you can help steer you away from potential issues and be in your corner to negotiate a better deal, and be there to supervise construction, help you at the design center with delivery inspections and the home delivery process, and at no cost to you. So if that sounds like it could be helpful, here's my contact information again. Reach out anytime with your questions. I'm here to help. And if you have your own stories or feedback on any of these builders, please comment below. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe and get notified about my next video coming soon, where we will talk about our somewhat fancier mid-market homes from builders like Meritage, Century Homes, and if you're looking for a 55 and over resort community, you'll want to watch my segment on Tri Pointe Homes. So long for now.